See, the French Press Association issued a statement on how they have had journalists die in war zones, but never of starvation. So the Israeli starvation campaign of the Gazan people has gotten so bad that the French Press Association, and that's not the people who give you coffee and those things. This is the journalism French press. See, the French Press Association issued a statement on how they have had journalists die in war zones, but never of starvation. Several of their Gazan colleagues can no longer work due to severe malnutrition, the century's worst crime against humanity, and it's being perpetrated by Israel, and it's being funded by the United States. Here's what I'll read to you what they said. Without immediate intervention, the last reporters in Gaza will die. AFP, the French Press Association, has been working with 1 writer, 3 photographers, and 6 videographers, all freelance in the Gaza Strip since its staff journalists left in 2024. Along with a few others, they are now the only ones left to report what is happening in the Gaza Strip. The international press has been banned from entering the territory for nearly 2 years. We refuse to watch them die. One of them, Bashar, has been working with AFP since 2010. First as a fixer, then a freelance photographer, and since 2024 as lead photographer. On July 19th, he managed to post a message on Facebook. I no longer have the strength to work for the media. My body is thin, and I can't work anymore. Bashar, 30, works and lives in the same conditions as all Gazans, moving from one refugee camp to another under Israeli bombings. For a year, he's lived in utter destitution, working at extreme risk to his life. Hygiene is a major issue for him, with recurring bouts of severe intestinal illness. Since February, Bashar has been living in the ruins of his home in Gaza City with his mother, 4 brothers and sisters, and the family of one of his brothers. The house is devoid of any furnishings except a few cushions. On Sunday morning, he reported that one of his brothers had fallen due to hunger. Even though these journalists receive a monthly salary from AFP, it's no longer enough to buy food, or they have to pay completely exorbitant prices. The banking system collapsed, and those who exchange money via online bank accounts charge a commission of up to 40%. AFP no longer has the ability to provide them with a vehicle, and there's not enough fuel to allow these journalists to travel for the reporting. Driving a car means becoming a target for an Israeli airstrike. AFP reporters therefore travel on foot or by donkey cart. Alham, located in the south of the enclave, is holding on to testify as long as she can. Every time I leave the tent to cover an event, do an interview, or document a story, I don't know if I'll come back alive. Her biggest issue, she confirms, is the lack of food and water. We are watching their situation get worse. They're young, but their strength is leaving them. Most are no longer physically able to get around the enclave to do their work. Their heartbreaking cries for help are now daily. For the past few years, we have only received very brief messages from them when they have the strength to send any. Their courage, considered heroic by the rest of the world, is now their only hope of survival. We may hear about their deaths at any moment, and this is unbearable. This Sunday, Bashar wrote, "For the first time, I feel defeated." Later that day, he said he would thank us for explaining that we live day to day between death and hunger. I wish President Macron would help me get out of this hell. Alam is still holding on. I try to keep exercising my profession to speak for the voiceless, to document the truth despite all their attempts to silence it. Here, resistance isn't a choice, it's a necessity. Since AFP was founded in 1944, we have lost journalists in conflict. Some have been injured, others taken prisoner, but none of us remember witnessing colleagues die of hunger. So that's so there's the lack of movement by the world. So we covered that China and 20 other countries, or 22 other countries, got together in Colombia to see what they could do. Why isn't anybody sending military into Gaza? I know why, because the United States would bomb them.
Gosh, Jimmy, I'd sure hate to see what the least moral army in the world is up to.
Yeah. And how about Saudi Arabia and Qatar and the United Arab Emirates? And how come they don't do anything? Oh, that's right, because they're puppets of the United States in a lot of ways.
They're allowed to own slaves. They don't want to mess that up.
That's right.
So we're friends with slavers,
So
slavers, and
the
I guess we
Al-Qaeda,
call Ashkenazis. You could call them.
yeah, Ashkenazis. So
Wow.
so there you go. That's the French press is saying, hey, our journalists they've been killed in war before, but none of them have been starved to death in war.
You haven't been
You haven't been?
and starved to death for the first time in modern history because of the most moral army in the world?
The most moral army in the world.
At least have the courtesy to go there and starve to death.
Hey, and if you want to see the most moral comedy set in the world, this Sunday, August 3rd, I'll be in Oxnard, California. Then I'm going up to Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. And you'll hear my jokes about these maniacs in Israel. Come see us in Oxnard, California, Rutherford, New Jersey, Manhattan, New York, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Appleton, Wisconsin, Rosemont, and Chicago, Illinois. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.